Lord. I hope everyone is doing good. I would like to meditate on Numbers chapter 13, verse 33, the last portion, the Word of God. We seems like grasshoppers to our own eyes, but we look the same to them. Moses sent 12 people to spy the land. When they came back, they gave a report. 12 of them gave the report. 10 of them started with a very small bad report. Very small bad report. They said people over there are powerful. That's the way they started. Immediately, Caleb tried to silence them. They did not be quiet. The bad report went on to bad response. They started telling, one thing? We look very weak people. We look like grasshoppers, not in our eyes, even in the enemy's eyes. They, in chapter 14, started grumbling. The bad response increased. They started questioning, why did God bring us? Did He bring us so that we'll die? You understand? So while they spoke about the bad report, it became a bad response. It kept on increasing. And we read in Numbers 14, verse 14, that they decided we'll make another leader and we'll go back. They started rebelling against God. See the transition. When we see a problem, how do we respond? We start with a small report, start grumbling, getting angry, and lose our temper. We lose our testimony, keep on going. We know what happened. At that time, Caleb and Moses, everybody, Joshua said, don't, God is with us. The promise of God is us. He will help us and we will be able to do it. They did not listen. They went on. And we know what happened. God stepped in and said, such a sad thing in chapter 14, verse 29 said. It will happen to them exactly like what they said. Everyone who started from Egypt, who's more than 20 years old, will die in the wilderness. Because that's what they said. When we don't hear the counsel of God, the wisdom of God, not understanding what God is trying to teach us, we will make a simple problem into a bad report. And the bad report to a bad response to a rebellion. And if we're not careful, that can make us lose our way. But God said, Caleb has a different spirit. Do we have a different spirit? In the midst of the problem, silence, that's what Caleb did. Number 2, he claimed the promise of God. And he surrendered to the one who said. Let us stop at the point that we see we have an issue. Be like Caleb. Trust in the promise of God. Have a blessed day.